Voltage or energy potential is the pressure or the force of the electricity. Take for instance, a flowing tap. The pressure or force of water that flows through it can be termed the voltage, and its unit is volts. While the thickness or diameter of the tap outlet can be described as the amp. There can be a system where the pressure of water coming through the tap is very high but the diameter of tap is narrow, and there can also be systems where the pressure is low but with wide diameter. Voltage tells you the amount of electricity to be hooked up on an appliance. 12 volts appliance will require 12 volts battery, or power source with 12 volt rating. Voltage is equal to wattage divided by amperage. Amperage. Ampere is the amount of electricity that goes through a wire or a conductor, and its unit is amps. Amp rating will determine how big the wire needs to be when hooking up electrical components to each other. Using our flowing tap analogy, the thickness or diameter of the tap outlet can be termed as ampere, and the thicker the wire, the more electric force can be transmitted through it. If wire is not large enough to carry the load, it will be giving off its heat and the wire will generate lots of heat that could cause a fire. Amperage is equal to wattage divided by voltage. Watt describes the entire power of a system. It is the combination of voltage and ampere. Voltage times ampere equals wattage. Watts tells you the total amount of energy going through a system. When you have the voltage value of an appliance, and the watt rating, then you can find the amperage by simply dividing the watt rating by the voltage. You can also find the voltage by dividing the watt by the amp. 100 watt times 1 hour equals 100 watt hours. Similarly, 1000 watt times 1 hour equals 1000 watt hours, or 1 kilowatt hour. If we have a battery of 12 volts and 100 amp hour, the power of the battery can be determined by multiplying 12 volts by 100 amp hours, which is equal to 1200 watt hour. Supposing we have an appliance rated at 100 watt and we also have a 1000 watt hour battery, we can know how long the battery can power our appliances by simply dividing 1000 by 100, which is 10 hours. This means that a 1000 watt battery can power a 100 watt hour load for 10 hours. Wattage equals voltage multiplied by amperage.